Anyways, let's see, Murk by Rhombus. This feels a lot like, I forget the name of it, but the red level, just in Cyan, which does give it a much different atmospheric feel, and also the fact that we have actual music, it's not super ambient sound. We have some neat looking cloudy sky in the back. I actually do like the way those clouds are looking in the distance. Oops. This weirdly, like, almost granite type road. Assuming this is another like quick level challenge, personal challenge type thing. Like, this is actually some really good use of limited but very upscaled objects for the scenery. It's like we're getting some like pretty neat and relatively, for how few objects being used, some pretty cool environment. Like, it's not like blowing my mind. What's more impressive is when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, that's really not made from much. Like, that's quite good for how little it's made from. It's not like when you look at it, you're like, wow, that's super good. I'm like, oh, like, it's good, but it's not like something you're gonna be like telling people about, but it's still like, oh yeah. I need to play once more. Actually, hold on, what's the other one? I think the other one was Haze. Okay. I feel like I like this a little bit more than Haze. I think Haze might have had slightly more varied gameplay. I think just the atmosphere, I'm resonating more with the colors and like having actual music and stuff, I feel like makes this feel better to me. Okay, so what are people actually saying? 40-minute map again. Yeah, I figured as much. Pretty sure all of Rhombus matches through are made in literally 40 minutes. Short level stuff looked really nice, by the way. Yeah, I think, like, yeah, like I was saying, like, the environment work you're doing with very few objects is quite good. And I think, honestly, like, the really nice skyboxes actually go a long way in a level like this. Like, honestly, just having the sky in the distance when you look out there through some of the empty space, you're like, oh yeah, even that just looks cool to look at. So it's like, yeah. Do a lot with the nice skybox and fog saying, yep, absolutely. That's basically what I was saying, yeah. Trying to put these together in a campaign sort of way. Oh, neat. Sure, why not? Like, or it doesn't even have to be a campaign, just like a level set. Like, there could be level sets that aren't strictly like a campaign directly linked type thing. Tried finding good music in the updated Canyon Realm, but the one I found does match to simulate that you're on a different planet. Yeah, like I said, the ambient, like the overall feel of the song, I think is a good one. I think you picked well in that regard. I think we just need to like figure out how to do some of the progression in that song through the different clips of it. Maybe just like one or two, or even one and go back somehow if it will let you do that without being a horrible jump cut nonsense. But it's like, I think it's just because that section is just too repetitive for a moderately long level. Like I said before, I think you could get away with that in a really short level. It really starts, at least me personally, it gets to me on a level that long. I'm like, I don't entirely disagree, but no, the repetitiveness is killing me. Yeah, because again, even when this level isn't doing like anything crazy, it's like, it's got a nice flow, it's enough there that like, it doesn't feel like I'm just driving waiting for something to happen. I think there are elements of the environment that are contributing to that too. So there's definitely like, when I was thinking there was that bit overhanging the track and some of the debris, I'm like, those do add an element of uncertainty even when you're just going around a basic turn. tried messing with the particles for the dust. It might lag like my Skyrim map. Yeah, that's a pretty valid concern. That's fair enough. Performance is honestly, yeah, that's totally understandable. I'm just like, in my mind, I could imagine a version that looks better. I'm like, I know if somebody made it look better, I'm like, oh, it might be really, really good if it was. You enjoy flipping glass building upside down to create spires. I think, did I use that once? Either that or I know I've looked at that object and thought of doing that too, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. That's a cool, I'd like the glass buildings too, as an object. So yeah, I am gonna be like, you know what, yeah. This is not a crazy, particularly intense level, but it's nice. Someone actually left a comment on a video asking about where to get help on environment work, if there's anyone they can watch. I was like, damn, I wish I'd played these levels before. I was like, shit, I could have used these levels as an example, even if they're not watching. That someone put it together in the editor. Be like, go study these levels. There's a lot you can learn from them environmentally. Without it being like crazy stuff like, too many objects. I am not there yet. First Map by Yuri Bezmenov. Interesting username. This is my first map. It's relatively short with a few obstacles. Cool, let's see how they did. First glance, the environment is kind of interesting. Feels a little cluttered and random, but not bad. It looks like they were taking notes from some Trackmogrify stuff, or maybe even edited a Trackmogrify thing. The arrows floating on the side. Yeah, this really feels very Trackmogrify in the way the decorations are done. There's enough here intentional that I don't think they literally copy and pasted a Trackmogrify thing, but I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, man, so much of this feels like Trackmogrify, but like a better one. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like 100% Trackmogrify. Really, you think all of the decorations and environment are entirely Trackmogrify also? There are a few things, like, granted, it's been a while since I really extensively played Trackmogrify, like a heck of a, like, since when it first came out almost. I go back every once in a while to try stuff out, but not anytime remotely recently. There are some things that feel like they aren't Trackmogrify, and there's not, like, I feel like there's more variety and stuff in this than Trackmogrify normally does. Maybe this person managed to generate like one of the better ones by luck. Because this feels like one of the better, like, it does feel like Trackmogrify, but it feels like a better one, or one that might have been like touched up or added to. Like, I would not immediately, like, it's possible. It's possible they generated this and they're like, yeah, my first track. But I don't feel like I can immediately write it off as, oh, they did nothing, they just generated it. Like, I think they might have messed with this. I can't say for sure either way. You know, I do actually just want to run this once more. I was talking too much. I was like, I wasn't paying quite enough attention. I was like, how does this level actually play? Like, I have no doubt that a large portion of this was generated through the auto-generation Trackmogrify type stuff. Like, I'm not gonna argue that. Like, absolutely. Like, now that I'm playing through it more than once, I'm like, yeah, they almost certainly generated the majority of this, but it's not necessarily a bad way to do it for, like, your very first level or for, like, some early projects. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing to do. If you just generate it and basically leave it as is, yeah, I mean, you're not going to learn much doing that. I don't know. Some of the general features just feel like they're more of an environment that like again I said, maybe they got lucky and made a good one or messed with it until they got a good one. So like I feel like 95% of Trackmogrify is just random floating bullshit that's like extremely obviously just floating nonsense. Like I know it's not always that bad, but it's like I feel like this feels more cohesive in the environment stuff than Trackmogrify is like 99% of the time. Yeah, you can literally skip the track. Oh yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, especially if it's first track, like I would say even if it's not literally the first track, obviously early time creator, or I feel like it is, so I'm like, I'm not gonna be harsh and be like, no bad, because I don't feel like it's actually bad. Like I said, if this is literally Trackmogrify, they actually found one of the much better Trackmogrifys if you stay on the track. Well, yeah, I know you can mess with the modifiers to get stuff. I'm just saying it's like, to a degree, that's actually almost kind of impressive. You get Trackmogrify to make something looking that much like an actual environment. Either way, I'm like, it's not a good track. I don't feel like it's that bad either. Unnecessarily Easy by Yuri Bezmenov. Now this, I'm almost expecting this to be the keywords he typed into Trackmogrify. Long and easy for journalists. Okay, this is actually just a joke track, you know, fair enough. I actually appreciate that joke, so I'll give you this one. I'll accept this even if it is a Trackmogrify uploaded. I mean, my stance is as long as this person doesn't just start absolutely spamming us with like things that are obviously Trackmogrify, I'm not going to be upset with a few here and there. As long as they're like decent and there seems to be something I find interesting about it. Like the joke on this one. I will accept this one for the joke. We do enjoy driving a straight line. Hey, look, it's called Unnecessarily Easy. This track is literally, can you find one of two buttons that make you go forwards? If so, congratulations, you can finish. That lives up to the name. Can you find the gas or can you find the boost button? Either one of those will do. Peak gameplay, absolutely. This is even better if it's literally a Trackmogrify with the keywords Unnecessarily Easy, which I think it might be. Also, hold up, I need to see something real quick. No, I guess blue isn't the main color, but there's a lot of blue in this. I was like, I almost wonder. It would almost be even funnier if that wasn't intentional, if he just left it entirely Trackmogrify and it still chose blue as one of the main colors, which I guess it's not the main color, unfortunately. That would have been even funnier because the whole games journalist blue joke. Anyways, that's enough. I'm amused, but not that amused to do it again. See, Echocave by DK. Bopping beats in a shiny cave of wonders. Sounds like a good time to me. Oh, I was not ready for this amount of flashing lights, and oh, like we got kind of like the sound music. Oh, giant speaker, nice. Like how like the checkpoints are kind of like the sound visualizer bars. I like that. Or the cooldown. They're not checkpoints. Okay, speakers do have beat match lighting. I was gonna say first impression is, honestly, I expected a lot of beat match lighting. So, I was not prepared for that. I'm gonna say that part does not feel intuitive to me. Like, seeing that pop up to me does not immediately say, oh yes, that's a road, go drive on it like wall. Like, I mean, I know that's a distance thing, but it's like, at the same time, the big blue barrier is like, what? Also, did that kill me? You know what, I'll drive into this one and find out. No, it just launches me into kill grid, cool. There's one that launches me into the crap. Okay, no, it just pushes you back right. Oops. These look pretty familiar. I'm guessing it's, props been used on another track. Or did you make them, Pines? I would say the one thing I generally like this and the visuals. Sound realm. You know what? That makes sense. I was gonna say, it's like the lack of like cool beat matched like lighting on a bunch of stuff feels like a major missed opportunity, and it feels like a missing element of this track. Like, it feels like this track actually needs that. I was like, oh, that would bring this together so well, knowing it exists. I'm like, I legit made this map in like an hour. Hey, pretty good then. Now go back and figure out where to slap a bunch of beat match lighting and we're good. Hey, for a relatively editor-wise quick project, quite good. Yeah, I like this. I'll play once more. Yeah, it's like, come on, like, you read the description. It's talking about music and beats and a cool cave, and you hear the music kick in. Like, when we get in, we're like, oh yeah, we're getting ready to go, and you see some glowing stuff and this cool speaker. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like a fucking dance party out here, and then none of the crystals or anything glow or blink. It's like, yeah, the speakers do a little bit, but not that much. I'll go this way. I didn't go this way last time. What's this? I can't see shit. What the heck did I just drive past? Oh, no, it's just the dust. I thought this texture was moving like a giant rolling ball or something. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, the way the dust interacts with it makes it weird. I was like, oh, what the heck did I just see? I don't even think you want to overdo it with the beat match lighting, but I don't know. You could easily just have some of these crystals blinking and stuff, and it'd be like, yeah. Like, does it make sense? No. Does it need to? No. We're no freaking magical music cave with giant speakers and shit. Like, I don't care if some of the crystals randomly blinking in time the music makes sense. I want it to happen. Would be awesome. I thought I was gonna mess that up. I do like the spotlights here at the end. That's a nice touch. Check out sound if you want to see them in their natural environment. I might just do that. Also based off of Mega Man X level. It's a good place to get inspiration. It's always set up a second set of crystals and second colors of beat match. Yeah, just something like that, or just like throw some beat matching on a couple of the crystals, or add something else to do it. It's like, yeah, it's just the absolute lack of it's just like, I mean, one is, I am always going to say add more beat match. Oh well, add beat match lighting if there isn't. Like, there technically is some, but it's so mild I would almost say no. But I'm just saying, if there was ever a level that is a perfect fit with beat match lighting, that's one of them. Missed opportunity. You get a pass this time because you said it was a quick level, so. Uh-oh. I might want to read the full description for Blackout. Okay. That does not inspire confidence, but okay. Let's see, where is... Okay, yeah, actually, where is it? Ah, there it is. Sector 6B, array, backup power. Sorry, we are experiencing some power issues. That are ironic. Sector 6, at least before Sector 6A. I remember that one. I actually like that one quite a bit. Use grip on the spiral sections of the level. Also, did I murder my camera? Oh, camera did not explode. Hey, it's cooperating today. I have actually. I did in fact put beat match lighting in the one level I've actually published. And theoretically, if I ever finish the current one, it will also. Need to go now? Alright, no worries. Have a good one, man. Fines. You can't leave. I have to leave. There can only be one. Yeah, I did Storm Chaser, the fake, not actually, Lightning Realm from last year's DAC. Oh, or did you mean current one that I'm working on? Yes, I do have an in-progress level that is not that far along, unfortunately. I went through a bunch of different ideas trying to make something for actual this year's DAC, and they were just not working. I got something I think I can actually work with, but there's a lot to do. I have a bad habit of not keeping my ideas very well, I can't think of a good word, but basically limited to an actual, like, reasonable scope and simple ideas. I'm like, I'm gonna do this ridiculous, massive thing that requires me to figure out all this bullshit to actually be any good. Let me play this once more. This diamond, I guess it was relatively clean. No, I did not notice the text at all. Keep an eye out for that. Oh, backup power redirected to Sector 1. I don't know, I have kind of mixed feelings about that transition. I'm like, I almost would have been cooler if it wasn't like a teleport and just everything went dark. On the other hand, that didn't feel like bad either, like that was kind of a cool cut. But I almost wish we saw power go out different. Yeah, this feels like a pretty decent level. It's got like a fair bit of identity, but it also has a lot of similarities with the campaign that makes it feel kind of like in line with that. So, yeah. Feels very campaign in a good way. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, and Sector, yep. Yeah, so I think this does line up with the kind of campaign aesthetic and feel quite well. So, nice job. I was gonna say the one thing is it's kind of relatively easy, maybe too much, but I'm like, no, the actual original campaign is where the difficulty is actually really tuned down. It's essentially a long tutorial. So no, actually it feels very in line even in that regard. So yeah, cool. We should make I guess there wouldn't be that much, but it's like, it would almost be cool to have a playlist of like extended campaign extras, like levels that are kind of like parallel to the campaign, not meant to like fit directly into it, but like stuff like that. Like there are at least a handful of cool levels that work well like that. I don't know why, but it does in replays, the light up noise do it twice when you hit the triggers of the turn light near the powerful checkpoint. Yeah, there's some weird stuff with triggers and replays, so. Smog by Rhombus, followed by Vapor by Rhombus. I'm assuming these are more 40-minute maps. 8 and 45 minutes! Rhombus, you're slipping. Will say I did forget car headlights on Smog. Is this Smog? This is Smog. Checkpoints cause triggers to fire twice. Huh. Interesting. Say Skybox is pretty good and feels appropriate. Ooh, this is, wait, where am I going? Okay. I will say there, like, sure, there's only limited space I can go, but I'm like, I don't like how it leaves me kind of hanging a bit before we actually see it. Oh, there's the road. Kind of blends in because everything's so grayscale. Kind of like the ruined environment. Like, I don't know. I will say, like, the droning ambient sound is very fitting, but it's like, this is going to be the same thing I always say whenever I hear things, like, but damn, I would prefer music. Take that for what you will, because that's absolutely a me preference thing. I don't feel like you really needed headlights in this. I don't think there was really a lighting problem. I'll play it once more. Like, yeah, it's not bright, but it doesn't feel so dark that I'm like, I feel like I need headlights to see things. Would headlights be nice? Maybe. It might feel better with headlights, but I don't think it's like actively hurting the level that much, if at all. Needs broken lamps. Yeah, I guess if you want to add to the ruined field some actual like lighting fixtures that are actually there but broken and not working, or maybe one or two flickering, could be a cool effect. But again, this is supposed to be a short project, used like relatively simple or limited assets, so I think it's doing that. Oh god. But then again, Rhombus put on an extra 5 minutes for this one, so maybe we need to raise the standards a lot more for what we're expecting from it, you know. You have 5 minutes and you didn't even put headlights in? Come on, man. It was a mixed idea to a point. Yeah. Had to fix the fog. Yeah, I think headlights would be a nice touch. I don't think it needs them, but I think they would be a nice touch. I think I'm gonna agree with people that I think headlights would probably be better. I don't think there's anywhere where I feel like I'm actually having trouble due to lack of headlights, though. Oh, and the stupid check. Yeah, I've had some issues with checkpoint colors being finicky too. I'm like, yeah, I know how that is. Like, yep, I can, yeah. It's frickin' checkpoints and their stupid coloration. I'll make small batches later. I'll allow it. 40-minute map. Okay, good. We're all right. He only went over once. We're okay then. I like how much brighter this is. We have shiny road. Music. Yeah, it's kind of cool how like you can really see a lot of the same like assets used in different parts of the environment. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's different stuff here, like these glass towers and stuff, which are cool and fun, but it's like the beginning, even using some of the stuff used similar ways to the other ones, but like all the colors and just like how exactly they're used really gives such a different vibe. It's just really cool to actually notice that and be like, yeah, this is where design work makes all of the difference. I don't think one around here says it for anyone's is like, oh yeah, environments and aesthetic are not that important. It's like, no, that shit absolutely can carry a level, or make relatively simple levels seem like, not even seem like, actually be good experiences. Where if you just had the track, it might not. It might just be mediocre. But it's like, nope, it's actually good. Honestly, hell, I need to study these levels and learn how to make not overcomplicated environments that look decent so I can stop obsessing over bullshit like that. Yeah, I like these glass tower spires. I don't think I actually used them, but I wanted to in a similar manner. But yeah, they're good for sure. This feels a little too empty space, random ruining floating buildings, but it's like for a minimalist, relatively minimalist, simple map, like it's understandable. It's like when it's a short map challenge, it's like I get it. Absolutely get it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I wanted to do it anyways. I'm gonna do it again. You can't stop me. If the super hard backgrounds levels look bad, people would not play. Luckily, they are vibe. Yeah. That's not true. There's still fun and value in them, but it does help a lot that backgrounds makes them really damn pretty. I don't think no one would play them, but I think a lot of those people would even attempt them. Empire assets do have the Rock 2 GS power of being able to rearrange them and make them look a bit less samey. Yeah, fair enough. That's true. Honestly, I think every asset can if you're being creative, but some lend themselves to that kind of stuff much easier than others. So yeah, like you said, they're some of the better ones for that. All right. So Abyss version 2, which is based off of a Star Wars pod racer map by the name Abyss, I believe. Based on the infamous Abyss course from Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Want to stay on the top for the best time. Apparently you could fly over this track and cheese it because the... Oh, yeah, we have I see. Oh, God. Infinite boost and... Oh, this is terrible. Infinite boost and we have maneuvering thrusters. Can I get off this without stopping myself to drop down? So I'm like, I can absolutely just slow down and drop off the ceiling. But do I need to? God, what is this? Okay, there are actual guardrails at least. I was like, I want to actually try to follow the track and not just fly over it all, even though you obviously very easily, maybe not very easily, but just it wouldn't be that hard to do. So just, this level, the original is like ancient. Yeah. That's why this is version 2, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna say, like, immediately, I really don't like that you have actual winding narrow paths with no handrails in there. It's like, that's really obnoxious. Like, maybe it's based off source material and that's how it was, and I was like, I guess if source accuracy is the reason, okay, but it still sucks. Play something like that. Oh God, some weird turns. Like, it's neat. Oh, and laps, of course. Like, it is neat, but it's not good in distance. I do find this kind of cool, but there are a lot of issues. First and foremost, the real reason this track is actually unplayable is all of the uncapped spines. Obviously. Number one issue. That said, there are a lot of them, and with all the use of tunnels, like, that's pretty good. It doesn't look good. Where does this go? It does seem like there's a handful of... Oh, no, that's just a straight shortcut. I was like, there does seem to be a handful of different routes and stuff, which I'm like, you know, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I wonder if I should go find the original and... Oh, God, that checkpoint doesn't even spawn you on there. That's not good. Oh, I was riding on top of this the other time. Oh, that's kind of neat. You know what, let's just do this to make a point, and because I've already done a lap, that infinite boo cooldown with grip thrusters enabled is, you know, not something you want to go for. Yeah, I've read that the next version is literally just kill grids to prevent skips, or at least put them so you can't just go literally over top everything right to the end zone. I did see that in the description. Oh God, how many laps is this? Okay, I've seen enough. Let's I'll just go right back over here. See, our good buddy Lap Portal is here. Yeah, it's a cool idea, and there is some decent work going on. Like, it's obviously there was effort put into this, but it's not a good level in so many ways. And I guess I will boot this up and fly around a bit just to make a point and not totally assume that it is 100% what the description says and nothing more. But yeah, seems to be the description says it's literally the same thing, just added kill grids to prevent constant skips. Which, like, man, you're gonna need more than kill grids for that, the way this is structured. I wonder, can I literally just fly back over here, though? Yeah, I can get high enough to get on top of this, so, Oh, no! He actually, or the person who made this actually did consider that skip. Okay, fair enough. I'll give him props. Like, if you're gonna prevent skips, you did at least get the really egregious one, so, alright. Not bad. If that was your goal, mission accomplished there. Though, I guess aesthetically I understand, but also invisible kill grids, especially when they're just like really arbitrary, like, oh, you can almost go there, but then no. I don't like the fact that it's an invisible kill grid. Yeah, they're just a bunch of invisible kill grids around. Yeah. Kill grids are invisible. Oh boy, yeah, pretty much. So I said prevent you from going over the level. What about going under the level? But what if I didn't fly over the level and instead flew under it? When the invisible kill grid, but don't cap the spines. Exactly. Where even am I in relation to the beginning? I don't even know. There it is. Time to be sneaky. There's track here, so this should be safe. What? Oh, the kill grid follows down that much. I'm gonna restart real quick. What's the earliest I can fall off the track? Now it's almost like, how badly can I still break this version of the track just to spite the level design? Yeah, because I think that was the kill grid that extended across it. So let's stay close to this part of the track. Because the track here should not be kill gridded. Uh-oh, I lost track of where I was. Wait, did I hit a checkpoint? I got a checkpoint of some kind. Huh. Yeah, that kill grid around the middle of that hexagon section is something alright. Dang it, I want to get off the road! Suppose I could do it like that. I didn't really want to, but... Ultimate fix, replace track with kill grid cylinders. Yep. Oh, okay, they put some kill grids around other places. Yeah, I'm not gonna find all the kill grids. That's... I've seen enough. Though I am curious. WR Abyss. First custom track based on the influence of Abyss for Course Racer. Huh. Yeah, the description is identical to Abyss version 2. Oh, add some checkpoint. Considering the first comment on the old one is add some checkpoints, that might actually be the update to this version 2. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this version just has like a couple checkpoints and some other things like maybe even literally just that, so that might be it. Yeah, there goes the camera. I knew it would happen sooner or later. Alright. And whoa, how did I get over there? Alright. Where are we? I think we do have a couple more yet. Oh, that's actually the only time. Yeah, whoops. Oh my god. Sort my recently down. There. Okay. Yep. Capture cubed and get in the van. Oh boy. Do I really want to end on get in the van? I guess so. There's still Exo? Wait, where is Exo? Oh, right, you uploaded a new map. Yeah. Let me grab that. I got blanked on that for a minute. Exo by Pines of Chaos. Yeah, I'll do this next since you gotta go soon-ish or whenever. And I might just be trying to avoid the sea levels, so we'll just say it's Pine's fault. Absolutely. I didn't break the camera again. Sweet. Exo Pines of Chaos, a realm concept I decided I didn't like as a realm. Now it's just a normal level, I guess. Get in the van will be completely fine. Wee streaky line stuff. Neat background. Like the cool, like, oh gosh, I missed the crystal stuff. So I'm too busy looking at the background and cool, like, laser lines. Yeah, so something like that is exactly what I'm like, oh, that would be so cool in that other one that Creepers Rock did. I know that's not easy to do, though. It's like, I don't want to blame him for not, but I'm like, yeah. For like a cool, like, line table traveling portal, I'm like, yeah, that's a cool effect. Gosh darn. I don't have a good feel. Okay, they literally just, I don't know. For some reason, that one felt like it wasn't just going middle to edge. I don't know why. Very interesting aesthetic. And this absolutely could be a realm. You just call it such. I think people would be like, oh yeah. And well, I guess if you made it a realm, you would also want to include the Accelodrome and stuff, which you could just not, and then not include that. This guy is quite right at once. Excuse me. Uh-oh, what the? Whoa. That's trippy and cool. Weird mirror cubes. Or triangles. I don't know. Yeah, they're triangular. Either way, very good. Finds you do not disappoint on the visuals. Whoa, whoa. What the? I would ask how you did that, but I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Moon. I don't play this yet. That was a pretty cool ending. Felt a little abrupt, but it's the spectacle of the glass shattering. I'm like, you know what? That's actually fine. That's the kind of ending where it's like when it comes out of nowhere and hits you, it's like, you know what? That feels like it's the kind of thing that absolutely should just come out of nowhere. Okay. I'm recognizing these triangles, shifting triangles, are all following the same pattern. We actually have a lot of variety in this too, and so the type of like terrain and little hazards we're dealing with and stuff. It's pretty impressive. There's a lot about this level that's quite impressive, like my ability to fall off it. Though I knew that was gonna happen. Whee! Those are just fun. Tried to cut inside that one too close and ended up missing it entirely. Crazy glass reflection nonsense. Oh yeah, now the whole background has changed to like those reflective triangles. Okay, I think I kind of see how you did it. Still, very cool. Just couldn't figure out how I'd continue the level. Hey, well, you figured out a good way to end it, so. I feel like that's like a decent length. Like, I don't know, at that kind of level, it's like, it feels like it went on long enough to where I'm like, it didn't feel too short. It's like, yeah, it could have been longer, but I'm like, I don't feel like I'm sitting here like, you know, that really should have gone on longer and ended a different way. Like, I don't feel like anything was unresolved. So, nice. Now we can go on to being blinded and suffering. I heard something about bloom on a level, which I think is this one. I don't know. I might have been hearing about something totally different. Interesting background, at least. Oh, they're blinking slightly. I don't know what. It's like, I do like beat match lighting, but something about the way they're blinking that, oh god. Why is that one cube changing colors? Exo for best map ending of 2023. That is actually a really cool way to end it, for sure. Oh, is this some shit where the... Oh, they're not solid when they're red. Does it actually change? I see cubes of a head changing. Okay, red doesn't kill me. I need to manage some cooldown. I think the background is cool and artistically creative, but I think it's a little... Why is that solid? That almost looks like it should be a switch I should hit. It's very cluttered and distracting for actual like air control-y gameplay combined with... I'm not actually sure what that killed me there. Do I die if I stay inside the red too long? I'm confused. I feel like the red is killing me if I stay in it too long. But this section is also like, I have to go through it. You die. Yeah, you die inside the red cubes, you don't die right away, so it's like, I feel like this one up here, the one that you have to ceiling ride on, I feel like there's enough of the gap in there that if I'm driving on the green, I shouldn't be downings in the red. But the one time it really felt like it killed me while driving on it. I might be wrong, but it seemed... Wait, what? I am stuck inside the... What's happening? Why am I here? And still alive. Nope. I have become trapped inside the red cube. No. Oh. Fair point. No. Oh, capture cubed. The capture cube is a cunning predator that mimics ordinary cubes in the vicinity in order to trap unsuspecting prey. Well, yeah, I'm just surprised because every other time it just exploded me. Maybe it's a box of one-way planes. That would make a lot of sense because I recall someone, I think it even was, yeah, JNV, yeah, he was asking about one-way, he's been asking about one-way planes in the editor channel. I bet you're right. And that's why I'm not dying right away. I'm dying when I try to leave the red cube because I'm crashing into it. It all makes sense now. It's very confusing to understand visually, but it is a fun idea. I like it conceptually. I'm just like, this is weird to understand just playing the level blind. Does this do a thing? Oh, no, that was actually a checkpoint. Okay. Yeah, you can go in, but not out. And this is where the background really starts to fuck with you, because you're like, oh yeah, these bunch of the random green cubes floating back. Oh god, no, they're not. They're the path. I'm still seeing green cubes in the background. Oops. Let me, the wheels under me for a moment. Oh, and this one is mimicking a regular cube. So can I touch it when it's green? Let's find out. Come on. I can. Okay. I was like, do I just have to skip that one, or can I hit it when it's not the wrong color? I feel like this one's gonna switch right when I get to it. I really expected to go yellow then red and not like back to green once. This one's just staying yellow. I am very suspicious of it. Does not feel safe. Yeah, I had a feeling that one was gonna trigger from contact time. Okay, so yellow cubes are, you can only touch them briefly. And it's actually not that frustrating because it does give you enough time, I feel like. That actually was not as bad as I thought it could have been. The background led used, right? Yeah, I think the background is kind of an issue in this level. Like, artistically, I like it. I think it looks cool, but it's like, it really distracts from the level and makes it hard to do, but I gotta give props because I like the creative idea of this. I think there are a lot of ways this could be improved, but conceptually it's cool, and I think it executes it well enough. Well, I think that's a good question, because I'm like, you want something to make it not have some, like, not, like, it's the levels of contrast, like, it needs to stand out. There needs to be a little more differentiation between background cubes and the actual level cubes, particularly the green ones. Honestly, the answer might be as simple as don't use the same green in the background. I do think the background works, but there are a few points where I'm like, that's a lot, and especially when you first load into the level, you're like, oh, okay. So that's the background and the level? I think artistically, like, again, I think artistically the background is really cool and works, but gameplay-wise, I feel like that's one of those ideas where it will feel much better to play and be easier for people to get into if you compromise a bit for the sake of gameplay. Because, like, yeah, having all of the cubes used in the level as part of the background, thematically, cool and works, but also causes a lot of unnecessary confusion visually. And I kind of got used to it by the end, honestly, so I'm like, maybe it's not that big of a problem, so that's just going to be after a choice that the author has to make, be like, do I want people to have to figure that shit out and be confused and maybe fuck with their eyes the whole time and get used to it, or do I not? Do I want to avoid that entirely and make it not look as cool? Like, I don't know. I don't actually know what the right answer is, because, like, yeah, there is that artistic consistency between those cubes and the ones in the level that is really cool, that, like, I don't know. And one last thing to do. Okay, I will... Oh, that's not what I meant to press! Damn it! Alright, capture cube. Oh yeah, no, none of the... Oh. Okay, so just, there are green cubes in the background, but he rotated it so all the cube colors are different in the direction of where we're actually going. That's probably a good compromise, because I think we actually started? Interesting. So I think having the green cubes in the background is good, but yeah, having them all in front, like, blending in with the main course is not so good. What am I doing? I want to actually just get up to the... What am I doing? I did something way harder than this, like, 2 minutes ago, and all of a sudden, I cannot basic grid fly. Yeah. See, this is so much more readable now, without any of the other green background cubes directly behind it. Yeah. Yeah, this is much nicer. I think this is relatively fine now. I mean, it honestly, it helps having played the level once you understand a lot more what you're looking at. This doesn't seem nearly as... Like, I don't feel like I was actually trying to take a moment to figure out which is which. Oh, damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. Alright. Cool. Yeah, that feels considerably better just on first glance. So, nice. Ooh, survived. And on that note, I could get out of here, get something to eat and stuff, so. Hope you guys had a good time. I at least had a mostly good time. And, guess I'll catch you next time, so. See you around.